Well, hello, America. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather program. Here in Studio 22, filling in for Chad Prather, I am Glenn Beck, host of the Glenn Beck Show, Glenn Beck TV, all-around great person and end-of-the-world connoisseur. I'm here because it is Christmas time, and I want you to remember the reindeer. Remember the reindeer, America. Remember the reindeer. So important, so many things that we forget in this day and age when it comes to Christmas. Things we've forgotten. Remember the reindeer. Hang up the stockings. Decorate the tree. Presents placed perfectly. What a sight to see. Milk and cookies are out. Kids are tucked in tight. There's so much to do on Christmas Eve night. Before you take a snooze and dream of the next day, don't forget some food for the friends who pull the sleigh. You see, reindeer need snacks too. A little love and fun to help Santa through the night. Get the important job done. Merry Christmas, America. Merry Christmas. This could be the last Christmas we have in America. If Joe Biden becomes president of the United States of America, oh, these are dire times. These are dire times. I don't know. I don't know. I look at America. I don't recognize it anymore. I have my ghostwriters working fervently on new tomes, new works of nonfiction, or even my fiction is known as faction. And I am here, the voice of truth, to put out the words that you need to remember. As I've told you, remember the reindeer. They will be the downfall. If the reindeer come down, America falls. America falls in 2021. I don't like to be the bearer of bad news. I've been giving it to you since 1983. But listen to me, America. This is our year. This is the year in which you get all things right. You have to get everything right. If you don't get everything right, and that starts with subscribing to BlazeTV and investing in gold, you, my friends, are going to need a whole lot of relief factor because it's going to be a real pain in the ass, 2021. A very big pain in the ass. America, you have been warned. Glenn Beck, host of the Glenn Beck program. I am filling in for Chad Prather. Here's Chad now. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Glenn. Thanks for bringing us into the hour. Glenn Beck, everybody, looking svelte and young. Look at him.
He made it through that entire time without yawning.
He's ageless.
I told Stu, I said, how do you deal with his yawns? Like, you'll be in the middle of him saying something, or you'll say something to him. Hey, Glenn, you ever? And he's like,
I swear, I think he forgets he's on TV too when he does that.
I love Glenn. You gotta love him.
That wasn't exaggerated at all. It was so good.
You gotta love Glenn. I was doing some podcast episodes for some other shows, and everybody always asks about, what's it like working with Glenn, working around. Like, Glenn's never been anything but gracious. I love that. He's a jokester himself. So
yeah.
He knows how to take it.
He's nodded at me twice.
He's probably still trying to figure out who this long-haired guy is that keeps walking around the studio.
I took it as an invite to go to his ranch, though.
I'm sure.
I'm ready.
Until you step on a landmine.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got incendiary devices buried all over Idaho just in case Steve shows up. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Now, it is Christmas. Don't forget the reindeer, children. Don't forget the reindeer.
When the reindeer fall, America falls.
When the reindeer fall, America falls. America falls. That's what your old savings and loan. That's what. I'm right here in America Falls. I'm in America Falls.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks for the laugh.
Hey, it's become increasingly important to make sure that independent voices are heard. And this year, It's more crucial than ever. It's why we're excited to announce that we have partnered with Pluto TV to find new ways to make sure conservative voices are breaking through. Go tell your friends, your relatives, anyone who needs to hear some sanity in an increasingly insane time. You can watch Blaze live, our ad-supported 24/7 limited live stream on Pluto TV channel 238. Drop in for 250 plus channels of free TV, plus thousands of on-demand movies and series absolutely free. Pluto TV. Drop in. It's free. Go to Pluto TV, or it's www.pluto.tv, or download the Pluto TV app. Dear friends, we'll be right back. So last week it was fun. Kyle and Steve wasn't with us on the trip. Missed having him there. We were in Naples, Florida. Allison, everybody knows Allison. She was with us. We were working down at the Off the Hook Comedy Club, which, by the way, after Christmas, the day after Christmas, on the 26th and 27th, and I think the 28th. Just the 26th and 27th of December. We're going to be in Toledo, Ohio. So go to watchchad.com where all the fun stuff is, and you get information for our shows in Toledo.
Oh.
Lovely, exotic Toledo. Can't wait to be there. It is a fun time.
Weather should be great.
The weather should be cold and nipply.
Pack your snowshoes.
Oh, the weather outside is Toledo. And I voted for Lancito.
I was going to say, I want a burrito.
I don't have burritos in Toledo. My life is a bargain basement, and all the goodbyes are gone. How about that for a song?
That was good.
Yeah.
I like
all
it.
the goodbyes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were down in Naples, and they told us Allison had rented an Airbnb, VRBO, whatever it was down there. Nice neighborhood, close to a golf course. And it's like, you need to be aware there's alligators in the lake behind the house. Well, we didn't realize that you could spit and hit the lake. I mean, it was like 15 feet from the back screen porch where the pool was and all that stuff. And as soon as we get there, I just bebop out there. I'm like, hey, look, it's cool. It's a lake. And there's an 8-foot gator sitting there on the deal. He flops over in the water.
No.
Oh, he was always there, sunning late in the afternoon. He'd get out there where he could get some sun. And then you look up in the trees, and there's like 6-foot iguanas.
No
You would have
way.
loved it. Big. I got pictures of them, big orange ones and green ones. I mean, you'd think there's squirrels up in the tree. No, it's iguanas.
Oh.
They've
It's
kind of taken over down there, right? The
Dragons,
iguanas?
dude. Big ones. And I mean, they're just yawning, looking at you going,
Yeah.
Glenn back. And you're just like, what? And they're like, what's up, man? Just hanging out in the tree.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to lower my dosage of mushrooms.
Are
But these iguanas are huge.
iguanas, are they natural there, or are they brought in?
Iguanas are all over. You're in Florida? In Florida, yeah. We lived in Tampa for a couple years, and we saw them all over the place. And those little sticky frogs that are all over the place, too.
Well, when I came out, it was like one of those little tiny dinosaurs from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Came running across the backyard, and I'm like, that's not a real animal. That's not even a real animal.
Yeah. They just kind of walk wherever.
I was like, oh, God. Like the little dinosaurs that attacked the kid on the little private island while they're having, with the billionaires in Mafia having their brunch. I was like, get in the house, everybody. Glenn Beck was right. It's the end of the world. Come on.
The apocalypse is
Come
coming.
on, alligators and iguanas and little weird shitty dinosaurs, oh my.
They're an invasive creature in Florida. They're non-natives.
That's right. You got the pythons down there.
Oh.
Ugh. Crazy.
No.
Crazy, man. We went fishing one day, and from the boat we saw a javelina hog, we saw dolphins, we saw eagles, we saw falcons, we saw a giant-ass raccoon.
Damn, okay, Animal
He
Planet.
was a big old raccoon.
Whoa.
That boy was a big old raccoon. Shoot up here amongst us. One of us needs some relief. Jerry Clower.
Yeah, Jerry Clower, yep.
Shoot up here amongst us. One of us needs some relief. Oh my God! That's the story. Have you ever heard?
That's
You
a
ever listened to
bobcat,
Jerry
wasn't it, or
Clower?
something?
Nope, that was a real adventure, though. Sounds great.
The story
Glad I
when he
wasn't
talks
there.
about going out coon hunting, and the guy climbs up in the tree after the coon, and it turns out there's a wildcat up there, and he thinks they're wrestling the coon, and they can't see him up there.
Marcel and Odell.
Odell, Udell, Marcel, Claude, Eugene, and Clovis, the Ledbetters. And so he climbs up in there, and they can hear all this rumbling, and he's like, what? He said, shoot him. Said, well, what if we hit you? He goes, just shoot up here amongst us. One of us needs some relief. That's funny. Anyway, it's kind of the way it was. So I bring all that up. I was walking out the other day of the house, going over to the car there in Naples, Florida, and we were headed out to the club. And our buddy Chad Zumock was on the show. We had a blast all weekend long. And I was sitting there thinking about Florida man does this, Florida man does that, you know, all this. You had those headlines forever, Florida man. And I was like, I don't want to be like man in Florida.
Right.
You know, just because I'm in Florida, I get eaten by an alligator or I lose a leg or whatever. Because we were fishing in that lake one day, and I was sitting there on the ground, I had my legs just kind of spread out. You know, I'm just sitting out there in my swim trunks, and I'm fishing. And I was like, you know, this is a bad position to be in. You know, my junk facing the water.
You never know what's going to pop out and bite you.
Out of there and try to chew on me. But here's a headline that's interesting. Florida man bitten by shark. He walks home before being hospitalized. He was bleeding profusely from a shark bite. He managed to walk home Tuesday before being hospitalized. This was last week. 39-year-old man attacked by a shark off the Florida Siesta Key. After returning home, a woman called 911 to report the victim was bleeding to death from wounds to his hand and arm. Said he was conscious, and she was telling the man everything's going to be okay. The dispatcher gave the woman directions on how to control the bleeding, and he went to Sarasota Memorial Hospital. But apparently he walked home. He got bit and was walking on home.
Have you ever Googled Florida man and then your birthday?
Just whatever.
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
funny.
out there. That's like you could put coronavirus in any number in the world, and you'll get the headlines about whatever day.
Yeah.
Or how many numbers of new coronavirus.
666.
And it'll pop up. 666 coronavirus.
I can't tell you how many times people sent me that.
Yeah.
Stu's like, any number that you do, it's always going to come up with 666.
Right. There will always be that. Right.
But don't you feel like in Florida, this is always the situation? I feel like every story about a wrestling of a crocodile or saving an iguana from a pigeon, it's like always in Florida.
Well,
always.
Florida is a fun, interesting case study sociologically, right?
Yeah,
You have a lot of, you have, hey man, I'm glad you come down here to Florida. Thank you for coming to the show. I said, you know Lisa Page? Yeah, I know Lisa. Lisa's a good people. You remember you talking about Connecticut, Lisa? Yeah, I know Lisa.
Yous guys.
She used to live in Tampa. She's a good girl. She's a good kid. She married some guy. Got a weird ass name, but that's okay. She's good people. And these people, and they're like, how long have you been living in Florida? 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, you think you could change that accent up?
Yeah.
Hell no, man. You know what I miss down here? New York pizza. I miss the New York pizza. So we've got, you go down there and it's a very eclectic gathering of people down in Florida. I mean, you got Little LA down in Miami. You got the Keys.
Yep.
I love going down to the Keys. It's so flamboyant down there in Key West with all the gays and stuff. You just go down there and it's a trip, man.
Oh yeah, you could people watch for
You wake
days
up wearing
there.
boas and earrings.
Yeah.
Another piercing. Prince Albert. You got all these different things that, you know, and then you have this collection of people. Like I can remember, what was it? It was Saturday night, one of the shows we did. I was like, this is such an eclectic group of people in this audience. And every night was just, every show, we did like, 6 shows down there? They were all packed. And it was such an eclectic group. And it's like so diverse. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is just so Florida.
But they were like diverse, but also unified in a good way. Like everybody was kind of,
Yeah. And I mean, we had some people of color that were in there, but then we had Chad Zumock. He's got a funny joke. He goes, I love coming to Naples. It's so diverse down here. You have the middle class and the upper class white people. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. We went out in the Bay. We were in Naples Bay and all out in that area doing some fishing. And I pull up realtor.com and I'm looking at the Realtor app, and it'll show you the tax assessment on a lot of those houses. And they'll throw a lot of them just up for sale to see if anybody will bite. I didn't see a single house on the coast out there in that area that wasn't $7.5 million or more. They started at $7.5 million. I mean, I was a bargain basement with $7.5 million. I mean, these homes are just incredible.
Yeah.
Aaron Norris told me one time, he it's Chuck Norris's brother. He's got a house down there, and he's like, man, come stay at my place. I'm $50 million from the ocean, which means he's not on the ocean. That's how far he is, how many houses you count over to get to the water. He's like, I'm $50 million from the ocean. Come down and stay at my place sometime. And I'm like, yeah, I'm afraid I'll break something.
Yeah.
That Airbnb, though, it was funny. I've never seen a more organized Airbnb we stayed in Naples. They had everything labeled and listed. It was so funny. They had like 8-ounce glasses. They had it labeled on the
that's
shelf.
my kind of house.
6 small dishes.
Right.
8 dinner plates. Do not use the lock on this door. Go to the right. Fireplace inoperable. These are laminated sheets in here. Do not use. If you weigh more than 300 pounds, do not use the spiral staircase.
Stop.
It was crazy. Please replace. We trashed the place. Totally trashed. It looked like a frat party. It looked like John Belushi had been in there eating. It was fun. It was like Animal House.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy. There was
You would
spillage.
stress me out if I was doing an Airbnb and you were staying at my house. You would stress me out.
Chad Zumach spilling pepperonis all over the floor,
God.
eating late night pizza. You know Zumi.
Yeah.
How he goes from 0 to 100. I mean, it's like flipping the switch. He's from Cleveland. He lives in Tampa now. And he's like, what? Why didn't you wake me up? I'm like, what do you mean why didn't I wake you up? I'm 45 years old. You started drinking at 10 a.m.
Oh my God.
You're hammered drunk. Oh my God. We got to tell you that story.
Oh, yeah.
We got to tell you that story, Party Fight.
Sounds like I missed out on another Zumach adventure.
A Zumach adventure. Chad Zumach, follow him, the Z-Man. Follow him on Instagram. Anyway, it was a trip. Love that dude. He's so funny. We were down there, and then I went hunting. I went to Texas. Came back to Texas. And as bad as I want to kill that alligator, it's a federal crime.
It's a federal crime. You will be thrown in prison.
Yeah, you will. But we went deer hunting, and I never post hunting pictures, right? Small game, stuff like that, people don't say anything. But the bigger game, the big, beautiful deer, here they come.
I can't imagine the comments.
Here come the heart bleeders.
Yep.
The ones who are like, oh, I can't believe he could have lived a long, useful life. Mm-hmm. He did live a long, useful life, and we harvested him for the meat and for everything. And there's no part of the deer that goes unused. But I love it when people do that. But I killed the biggest deer I've ever killed. I killed 2 of the largest deer I've ever killed. One in terms of the size of its rack, about 14 to 15 points with a drop tine. One was broken off. Those of you who know. And then there was a 17-pointer that I killed. He was a big one. He was about 7 years old. But we were down on this ranch, and what people don't understand is without hunter conservation, you don't go out and just randomly start killing things.
Right.
That's not the way you do it. You have to cull inferior bloodlines because otherwise those big, beautiful deer that you're used to looking at, they won't be big and beautiful anymore. Right. You'll have inferior bloodlines. You have to cull that off because they reproduce. And this is the beginning of the rut. And so sometimes you have some deer, they may be native deer. They're just kind of little ragamuffins out there. You have to harvest those deer and get them out of the way in certain areas. And not only that, you have overpopulation. So now it becomes a hazard to drivers on the highway. It becomes a pest control thing. You are having inferior bloodlines. You have a risk of certain diseases, starvation. The older bucks, sometimes that aren't as strong as the younger bucks, they die of starvation or they get gored in a fight. They can lose an eye. They can get punctured. There's a lot of stuff that goes on because it gets serious. Those are sharp antlers they're using. So, if you really love those animals, then you will support things like hunter conservation. And that's my little PSA that's out of the way. But I finally posted it on social media. And, of course, you have the people who come out there and say, why didn't you just let it live forever? Because it wasn't going to live forever, and it was going to die probably a horrible, suffering death. Right. So I dropped them where they stood.
That's right. A pack of coyotes would have got him when he's old.
Coyotes.
Yeah. Get it now.
Is that how you want to be brought down with a coyote?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It doesn't matter what animal, it doesn't matter what species, doesn't matter what fish there is. There needs to be some form of conservation, especially when it comes to game, because they breed. There's a reason why we eat these animals, because there's so many of them. And you want to make sure that that's a quality. And trust me, it is a much more humane death than what the cows and the pigs go through at the slaughterhouses. Just trust me on that.
And man's been hunting for millions of years.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least since he's been on this planet, he's been hunting. I mean, that's how we collect meat. That's why God gave us incisors and
We've only
canines.
been on this planet for 2,020 years, right?
Yeah, that's why God gave us cutters. It's cutter teeth. It's true. But I had a blast, and I might just show you that deer. Gorgeous. He's going on the wall. He's going to be right next to Herbert the silent deer. Well, he won't be, but I may introduce them.
So how long does it take for them to
Depends on how busy they
polish them up?
Doesn't take them long.
If you will.
You're talking about a taxidermist?
Yeah.
If you're going to mount a trophy, it doesn't take long. But they're pretty busy down there. There's a
It might
lot
take
of deer.
8 or 9 months before you actually
Get
get
outta
it back.
here.
It could be, yeah. It could be quite a while.
Wow.
So, anyway, hey, Built Bars, tasty protein bar that tastes like a candy bar, 18 amazing flavors. You got 9 and 9, 9 chocolate nut flavors, 9 chocolate nut-free flavors. They're covered in 100% chocolate, just like a candy bar, and they're so good, soft, and easy to chew. Healthy, they're great for the health-conscious guy or gal. Lose, maintain weight, whichever you need to do while indulging in a delicious treat. Built Bars are low-calorie, low-sugar, high-protein, high-fiber. Nothing wrong with them. I want you guys to go to BuiltBar.com. Use promo code CHAD, I spell it Chad, and you'll get 20% off your first order. Use promo code CHAD, I spell it Chad, for 20% off at BuiltBar.com. We'll be right back. I blame that bitch Carol Baskin. Joe Exotic's back in the news. He sues the Justice Department over rejected pardon. I guess you can just sue for anything. Joseph Maldonado Passage, as he is known as Joe Exotic, he says that the denial is not valid because the request was not presented directly to President Trump himself. So, anyway, that's the whole deal. He's appealed. He names Donald Trump Jr. as a supporter. Many people have come out and publicly expressed their disagreement with Joe Exotic's conviction and subsequent sentence.
I don't know how much they really agree or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Not a great human.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke, Joe.
And you know what? It's kind of like, let's stop talking about him now. Joe Exotic time, then COVID hit. He's a distant memory.
Yeah.
I mean, he was convicted of 2 counts of murder for hire for trying to hire a hitman to take out Carol Baskin, as we know. Y'all, you cool cats and kittens, have you ever had a hitman? 8 counts of falsifying wildlife records and 9 counts of violating the Endangered Species Act. He's year 1 of his 22-year sentence.
Oh.
They're probably still digging up tiger
luck.
parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh man, he reportedly spent $10,000 at Trump Hotel in Washington D.C.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
He's an entertaining dude, that's for sure. It's entertaining.
I will never recover from this financially. That's
Well,
when that girl got her arm ripped
probably
off.
Yeah, oh, that's
not.
right.
I will never recover from this
And then
financially.
she still stayed to work there.
Then there's people who just do dumb stuff. A group of parents in Ohio are facing charges after allowing 60 maskless kids to embark on a party bus for a 14-year-old's birthday party. So they rented the little party bus, and several kids, they weren't wearing masks, they weren't social distancing. Several fights broke out between the kids. One kid even tried to hit a police officer. The bus driver fled the scene. This was a shite show.
Wow.
The cops tried to get the kids to social distance and call their parents. Said they've identified the parents responsible for renting the party bus and they'll face charges. Parents, it's your responsibility to manage your children.
Were they drinking?
I don't see that. They were.
It's a party bus.
It's a party bus, but they're 14 years old. And
I
there's
may
a
have been drinking at
curfew.
14.
Curfew that restricts them from being out. This is what is this? Mount Healthy. I don't even know.
Where is
Mount
that?
Healthy. Yes, Mount Healthy, Ohio. Apparently they weren't being healthy.
Yeah, no.
The 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. for children under 14, they can't be outdoors. I mean, it's ludicrous. That's the world we're living in, but it's also ludicrous that your little rebellious shithead was attacking cops and fighting amongst each other and doing all that stuff.
Well, they see it on TV.
Gotta
They see
beat
it all
that
on the
ass.
social media, feeds. They've seen all the riots and everything. So it's cool.
Yeah.
And they're learning from example. It's not like the news has done a good job actually like shielding. They don't like filter the news for. It's like your responsibility as a parent to.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old shouldn't be watching the news. Why do you think I literally set my alarm 2 hours early so I can go in my family room and watch the news alone without my kids, so I can see what's all going on? Because the second they come in the room, I got to turn it off because it's violent and it's bad, and I don't want them seeing it.
Awesome.
They sound like parents of the year. Let's give them an award.
Now they're going to charges.
Yeah.
Put them on a party bus. Turn them loose. First of all, I ain't turning my 14-year-old loose on a party bus with
Heck
60
no.
kids
No.
with some driver who fled the scene.
All right.
Jeez,
Sounds
Lord,
totally
I mean,
Might
boy,
have
you
been
really,
the smartest
legit.
person there.
yeah. He's like,
I'm out.
Where's Tommy? Done let out. Scared out of his wits.
I hope he got paid in advance.
Done let out.
Tommy took off. Go find him.
I'm going to set up the Chad zone.
Yeah, I like that.
We've had Chaz, we've had Chop. This is now the Chad zone.
Okay.
We're masculine, do whatever we want to do. We're autonomous. There are no laws.
Droplets everywhere.
Completely apathetic.
Yep, I like
to
it.
law. This is an anarchist place. We say what we want to say, do what we want to say. Chad zone family. That's what we do. And here's what made me think of that. Seattle politician who defunded the police called 911. Mm-hmm. Seattle city councilwoman called the police to her home Friday to report a crime. She phoned the authorities last Friday. A man reportedly threw a rock through her living room window.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Sorry, ma'am, you're going to have to throw it back out yourself.
Yeah, or sorry, ma'am, please, you'll be in line. Would you like a call back?
Yeah.
It'll be approximately 24 hours before we can get back to you.
Yeah.
Press 1 to leave your number.
Press 1 to never be called back. So this is silly. This is the world we're living in. Florida, man.
It's scary. Think about that. Joe Biden's not even confirmed yet, and listen to how crazy the news is. People are going ballistic, and the mandates, and poor California, they've been stuck in their houses since March, and he is not even in office yet. Just wait.
He ain't gonna have to be, man. That's why we formed the Chad zone.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
The Chad zone in our own of Texas.
That's right. We got the Chad zone right here.
That's right.
In our 60 studios. We've got the Chad zone.
I love it.
We don't even have a real city. We just have image of it. We have an image behind us. No, I don't know, man. It makes you kind of want to leave the world. I'm looking harder than ever at just getting a ranch in the middle of nowhere, just a little acreage to disappear on.
Well, we know a guy. We know a guy.
Don't know who you're
Everybody
talking
knows
about.
a guy. You guys especially know a guy.
Mm-hmm.
What? But you can't put your head in the sand, right? I have people all the time who kind of wear it as a badge of honor, and they're like, well, I don't pay attention to any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get on that face thing, and I don't get on to any of the social media. I don't watch the news.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's being done to you whether you're aware of it or not.
Right, it's
There's a lot of
happening.
things being done to you. I'm just not a put my head in the sand and run away. I don't believe in escapism. I ain't looking for Jesus to come rescue me out of, by some kind of rapturous eternal event. I don't believe you can do business while trying to go out of business.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to keep your nose to the grindstone, because you're right. We got some dark days ahead of us if Joe Biden becomes elected, and God forbid something happens to him and Kamala Harris becomes appointed and moves into that position. Could very well happen. There's some insanity. I got friends from high school who keep coming at me, and they're like, oh, yeah, you think there was election fraud and all that. There's no evidence. The courts have thrown it out. I'm like, what makes you think I trust the courts?
Exactly.
At what point in time did you think I put, you're like, well, you got more conservative Supreme Court justices, and you're not, they're throwing everything out. It's like, what makes you think I believe in them?
Yeah.
I don't believe in any of them. I don't believe in politicians.
Yep.
You can't tell me 81 million people voted for Joe Biden. Well, it was record turnout. How do you know?
No.
If it's fraudulent, you don't know that there was record turnout. Mm-hmm. How do 47,000 people in the state of Nevada vote twice?
And dead people voting.
And there's a prison system that none of them believe that the court system works.
How do 19,000 dead people vote in Nevada?
This is going to be the question that we all ask ourselves for the next 4 years. And
Joe Biden, where is Joe Biden? The guy's hiding out.
he's not, we haven't seen him on the news.
Where is he? What's he doing?
He doesn't know where he is. He has no idea where he is.
They don't want you to know.
He's busy with his cat, his new cat, and his dogs, tripping over his dogs.
In exclusive news, the Bidens, along with their dogs Major and Champ, tell us that they intend to add a cat.
Maybe Carol Baskin should go visit Joe Moronic.
It's true. It's true.
You crazy cats and kittens.
You crazy. Hi, you crazy cats and kittens.
Oh, my God.
Joe Moronic.
Think about that. Freaking Carol Baskin was on Dancing with the Stars, guys.
That's where we're living in. This all started when you people started balancing those brooms. It's exactly when it freaking started.
That's right.
back around January, everybody was standing the damn brooms up.
They'll still stand up today, too,
They'll
y'all.
stand up today, just like 666 coronavirus.
Right. It's all the rabbit holes. It's like Stu was saying, and he's been saying this a few times. He said that people are just so desperate to hold on to something, just something, because everything has been just crazy and insane and.
Well, there's a natural thing. You watch the movies, you read the books, you look at the media. There's something about people. We need some big cataclysmic event that's going to end the world, or some big fireball from space. We need cataclysm. We need some kind of big epic event that's going to, the New York's going to flood, like the day after tomorrow or whatever that movie was, and the glaciers are going to melt, and the environment is this, and the climate is that. And we need a Green New Deal and the farting cows. Everybody, they're looking for something climactic to happen because they identify themselves by the climaxes of their life.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's the big thing.
Farting cows or a meteor? I want the big meteor.
Yeah, I wanted zombies. I got a disease. I guess that's what we'll do. We'll be right back. Santa baby.
I really want to sing these songs with you, but I know you're changing the lyrics around, so you'll throw me off.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. You know why? Because it was Daddy.
If you're lucky, that's all you saw.
I know, right? That's right.
Around my house.
At my house, we hang the mistletoe a little low. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I hang my mistletoe.
Santa Claus was eating
so
cookies.
low.
Oh, man.
We're so getting fired.
We really are. It's a good thing Glenn's at this ranch.
I know. I've already gotten called on the carpet this morning. I know. Look at Steve. Steve's like, oh, shit.
What did I say now?
Yeah. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
There is a part in the song, I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus.
Yeah, sure enough.
Oh.
Oh.
What else is she doing over there?
Mommy?
Oh, Mommy.
Kitty.
Mommy's tickling nobody. Like, not even her own kids. That's
Whoa!
weird. That's just weird.
Yeah,
here,
there are some interesting lyrics, but when you have these things that were written at a different time, with a different way of saying things, I always say you got to interpret art, you got to interpret music, you got to interpret people according to the times in which they live.
You got to not be offended, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
You ever watch
You didn't go home and listen to any
Space
Tom Jones?
Not really, no. It was more like CNC Music Factory in my day.
Lisa's
Paula
gotta go.
Abdul.
CNC Music Factory doors. Take a breath and go for yours on my command. Now hit the dance floor. Gonna make you sweat till you bleed. That dope enough indeed. I pay the price to control the dice. I'm more precise. To the point, I'm nice. The music takes control of the heart and soul.
Remember,
I could do
like
this
Salt
all
and
day.
Pepper? Salt and Pepper?
Salt and Pepper's here, and we're in effect.
Push it, day and night, working up a sweat. Come on, girls.
Listen, you don't want me to go there.
Let's go there.
I can do this all
Let's go there.
day
I'm feeling kind of blessed that I don't know any of those lyrics.
To Christmas rap.
Hurrah.
It starts with WAP. While mama's tickling under that mistletoe.
Tap, tap, tap.
Tap, 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 a mistletoe.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, insert Megan
Yo,
Thee Stallion.
Elon Musk, put your missile here.
What's the words to that Justin Timberlake one they did on Saturday Night Live?
Oh, the president. Oh, in President in a Box. President. What is it?
No, it's your blank in a
It's your
box.
blanket. Yeah, your blanket.
That's
Cut
the
a
one.
hole in the box. 2. Put your junk in that box.
Oh, that's right.
3.
Yeah.
Let her open the box. And that's the way you do it. Is my beep in a box. My beep in a box, girl. Is my beep in a box. A beep in a box, yeah. How you like that for a little self
Oh my gosh.
editing? Candice?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Did you see the follow-up song to that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
There's a follow-up song.
By who?
Them.
Oh, by Justin and
Justin and
What's in the box now?
Fallon, Jimmy
Sandberg.
Fallon or whatever.
No, Sandberg.
Yeah, but okay.
Andy Sandberg.
Right. But Justin and Jimmy Fallon, they did that at one point. In the box on Jimmy's show, and Jimmy, when he does his duets with these artists, are very funny.
They are funny.
Yeah.
No doubt. Jimmy's a talented guy. It's my in the box. No, they did one for Mother's Day. It's Mother Lover.
How do you know all these?
I'm your mother lover, you're my mother lover. We can each other's mother.
Oh my God.
And each other's mom.
I don't remember this one. We're all like Chad, awkward moments. Well,
I mean, look up Mother Lover.
It was that day the Chad Prather Show took an awful turn.
Suddenly, Chad Prather Show was independently produced. Good God Almighty!
Chad Prather and the Blaze have parted ways, unfortunately. That is your
Amicably.
news. Yeah, amicably.
Amicable split.
Yeah. He was served papers.
The lawyers have been called. We joke about not having HR, but we do have a law department. We take it straight to legal.
We really do.
All of a sudden, your code doesn't work at the door
Oh,
anymore.
that's right. You're
Zero. I don't understand why my code.
I don't know
Oh
why
my
I can't
gosh.
get in the building today. About that home studio, Chad.
Where is
Lord
my
have mercy.
reserved parking sign?
You gotta
Someone
bleep that out,
stole it.
Candace. I just realized. Oh my gosh.
We're so funny today.
I know.
Well, you know, we're all giddy because it's Christmas time.
Christmas time is here. I love it. My favorite scene in Charlie Brown's Christmas is when he's playing it. She says, Lucy's like, play. She tells Schroeder, play Jingle Bells. And
yeah. And Schroeder's like this.
She's like, no, you got to make it more simple. She's like, no, more simple. He goes, dong, 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 dong. Dong, 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 dong.
You don't realize, though, how, like, the language in that movie until you actually bring your own children to that movie. And, you know, because Lucy's just so mean. She's like, shut up, stupid. And I remember at one point, the first time our kids saw it, you know, they're probably like 2 and 5. And Stu and I were looking at each other like, we don't want them to learn the word stupid.
Yeah.
She's a bully in that show.
She is a bully.
She is.
That's the whole point.
Cancel Lucy.
But it's everybody. It's different personality styles. Every one.
No,
of them.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's happening over there with you?
I don't know.
What's
Patty
Stretching.
peppermint.
with her kissing booth?
Side-splitting laughs over here.
He's checking out his ribs over there. What's
Yeah.
happening?
He's
think
trying
it's
to
just
figure out
gas.
which one to remove.
Just
Got
gas.
him talking about mistletoe. Oh my gosh.
Ay. We are just strung
gotta
out on
sneeze.
peppermint bark over here. What's wrong with you? Oh, jeez, Louise, COVID.
I was doing. That's not COVID. That was Glenn Beck.
That was COVID.
Oh.
So have you made a lot of hot chocolate so far this Christmas season?
Well, you know, the best. Have you guys heard of these hot chocolate bombs? That they look like bath bombs, but they're hot chocolate and they come in all different flavors: white chocolate, dark chocolate. They've got all the goodies inside, and you put them in a mug and then pour hot milk over them, and they just like explode in the mug, and it's hot chocolate. It's amazing.
No.
That's capitalism right there.
Where are they at?
They're in the stores, you know.
Okay.
In the stores.
I don't go to the stores.
Better go to the stores there, Steve.
Nope.
Oh,
Curbside pickup.
Instacart it.
I'll be shopping from home at Christmas. Amazon China. China.com. Christmas.
Oh,
Chinamus.
that's so offensive.
Chinamus.
That's good.
Welcome to Chinamus.
Make a T-shirt for that one, please.
No. No.
That would be your number one seller.
I don't think it would.
Chinamus.
Chinamus. Merry Chinamus.
Merry
China.
Merry Christmas from China.
From China.
Thank you so much for the virus. From China.
Vagina. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I used to dread Christmas. I really did. My ex-wife, God bless her, she has every decoration that every grandparent ever owned, you know, every late grandparent.
Yeah.
And it looked like Santa Claus vomited on the house.
Oh, she's like that next level.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
At
I
what
dreaded
point is
it.
it okay to throw all that stuff out and start over?
Right now. Like right now.
Y'all
I
need
don't
to-
need Christmas doilies that
Yes.
the rats have been pooping in and peeing
I mean,
on.
people these days don't even know what a dolly is.
Yeah, or pot holders or anything like that, little Santa pot holders.
Yeah.
I don't need any of that stuff. Rudolph the racist reindeer didn't play with the dark sheep.
You're on to something with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. He didn't play with it. Why do you look at me like that? Don't you cut your eyes over here at me,
Might be on the B
Candice.
side, but
I really was expecting so much of Christmas to be canceled this year with just cancel culture in general. With all of it. I'm surprised we got
They've
away
done everything they can to cancel it.
Well, yeah, no, that's true.
I mean, by not having holiday gatherings and things like that, Christmas gatherings, they've done everything they can to cancel it.
But I'm talking more like along like the other night we were talking about the elf and all that. Like, I'm surprised that we don't have more of the neutral elves and the gender-friendly elves. Like, I thought for sure if that was going to happen, it would be this year.
Well, they did try. I think it was last year. They tried to make Santa a more gender neutral. He was an elf, so he was gender neutral. It's like, well, I don't know how does Mrs. Claus come into this? I don't understand any of this.
Yeah, don't push her out of the picture.
they canceled Robert Earl Keen's Christmas with the Family in Austin City Limits this year.
Well, and they do it here too.
Yeah, Bass Hall.
Bass Hall in Fort Worth. Why did they cancel it? Because of coronavirus?
I'm pretty sure they postponed it.
Yeah.
They didn't cancel. They postponed it till
Merry
sometime in
Christmas
2021.
from the family. You know that
which
song?
is a great show to see.
You should know it.
What is it? Sing it again. By
It's
who?
Merry Christmas from the family. Robert Earl Keen.
Oh, no, I don't even know who he is.
This year, Bree Bagwell
I know, I'm
was on
sorry.
it. Was supposed to
I'm
be
sorry.
slotted on it.
I did top 40.
I can't.
I don't.
It's
Merry Christmas from the family. All right.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I'll sing you a little bit when we come back.
Okay, great.
Hang tight.
Well, thank you.
Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. We were drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog. It's supposed to sound like that, by the way.
That does not ring a bell.
Little sister brought her new boyfriend.
Are you reading
He
from lyrics.com?
was a Mexican. We didn't know what to think of him till he sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. You got to get this song.
I know the Feliz Navidad song.
Brother Ken brought his kids with him, the 3 from his first wife, Lynn, and the 2 identical twins from his second wife, Mary Nell.
Yeah, you're going to have to go download it and listen
Of
to it on the way
course, he
home.
brought his new wife, Kay, who talks all about AA. Chain smoking while the stereo plays. Noel, Noel, the first Noel. 100%.
Oh, Candace, please send me that song.
You'll love it.
It's going to be
Carve the turkey, turn the lights, ball game on. Mix margaritas when the eggnog's gone. Send somebody to the quick pack store. We need some ice and an extension cord. Can of bean dip and some diet rights, a box of tampons and some Marlboro Lights. Hallelujah, everybody say cheese. Merry Christmas from the family. It's genius.
great. Okay.
But it's sung like total redneck.
No, I'm going to have to
Robert
favorite
Earl
that.
Keen, Lyle Lovett, they wrote some fantastic songs sitting on that front porch. You'll love it.
I like the remixes from Christina Aguilera.
She's like,
WAP.
what front porch are you
I
talking
prefer
about?
Cardi B Christmas carols. Thanks.
I need you to quit.
Just kidding.
I just need you to quit with all that. Oh, my
There's actually a
gosh.
front porch song.
There is. Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. We're going to be in Toledo on the 26th and 27th. Come see us. We got a full schedule that's filling up fast. January 7th, we're going to be in Memphis, Tennessee. My buddy Jesse Payton is going to be on that show with me. It's the Unapologetic Tour that we're kicking off. And also a number of other dates. You can go to watchchad.com and find them all. Hey, do yourself a favor this Christmas. Subscribe to BlazeTV. Go to blazetv.com/Chad. Use promo code Chad to sign up. And also, shop.blazemedia.com has some fun merchandise over there. You can get you a Nancy Pelosi Sucks pin from the one and only Stu Bergier from Stu Does America. Party Foul Steve. Subscribe to Party Foul Nation. Of course, give us a rating and review. And follow Lisa Page. Maybe do it. Love you guys. God bless. Have a Merry Christmas.
Christmas, 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 Christmas.
Christmas, Christmas.